Hello. The episode you're about to listen to is from our Lost Episodes series. It's from when we were still figuring things out, so it may contain errors, jumps, cuts, audio, or just poor quality. That being said, enjoy.
Slammed the child on the hard concrete. The bitch was strong, the kids was gone. Something was wrong. I said, what is going on? I tried to break it up. I said, stop it, leave her. She said, if I can't have you, she can't either. She grabbed me closely by my socks, so I broke the hell out like I had the chicken pox. But she gave chase. She caught up quick. She put a finger in the face of MC Rick. She said, why don't you give me a plane so we can go cruising in my OJ? And if you give me that, okay, I give you all my love today. Ricky, 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 can't you see? Somehow your words just hypnotize me, and I just love your jazzy ways. Oh, MC Rick, my love is here to stay. And on and on and on she kept on. The bitch been around before my mother's born. I said, cheer up. I gave her a kiss. I said, you can't have me. I'm too young for you, miss. She says, no, you're not. Then she starts crying. I says, I'm 19. She said, stop lying. I says, I am. Go ask my mother. And with your wrinkled pussy, I can't be your lover. To the hard tick-tock, you don't stop. To the hard tick-tick, and you don't quit. Hit it. Don't never forget, Dougie Fresh.
Hi, welcome to Friday Night Bible Studies with your host, DJ Don't Care.
Dr. Nurse.
And me. I don't think I've ever actually said my name. I'm Greg, by the way.
We are sadly not joined tonight by our good friend Connor. He
Died in a fire. It's my bad, though.
let's take a moment of silence.
All right. That was a good moment.
All right, so we got an exciting show tonight. We're talking about
Vacay. Are we not saying it?
No, that was never established.
1, 2, 3.
Vacations.
Oh, that killed the
This show
microphone.
is really not
I think.
going to a good start.
I think. Never mind.
But I
just
know
clipped a shit ton.
we got an email.
Yeah, we got an email.
You can email us at fnbsradio@gmail.com.
It's from Victoria N. It has no subject. Just kidding. It does. I found it. I think.
What's the subject?
God is my friend, no spaces, which might be the password of the computer. Regardless. Let's talk about raccoons.
Is what this email reads.
Many people believe that raccoons are harmless, lovable creatures, comparable to cats. However, these critters are much larger and much more dangerous. Anywhere from 2 to 3 feet long and weighing up to 23 pounds. These critters are much larger than the average house cat, as a thumb is about 2 inches. I find it easiest to imagine you have 15 thumbs. All next to each other.
I know how big 15 inches is. Like,
No, you don't understand. Not only is that a lot of thumbs, but those thumbs don't even account for the length of the tail. Wow. Thank you, Victoria. And it goes on. As imagining their weight, I find it easiest to picture 23 apples in the shape of a raccoon. If you didn't write this, shame on you for stealing. If you did write this, fucking marry me, please. This is brilliant. Now, you may say to yourself that you already are protected from raccoons because you always wear jeans. But with 3-inch claws longer than your thumb and the ability to climb and leap, no pair of jeans can protect you from raccoons. And if you believe that a raccoon won't climb up your 5 foot to 6 foot body just for a chance to scratch your face, think again. Remember, the word raccoon is derived from the Powhatan word, which roughly translates to he who scratches with his hands. And if you think you can outrun a raccoon, just remember they can run up to 15 miles per hour.
This hasn't
Okay.
given me any functional advice how to deal with raccoons. It's just made me afraid.
So what happens when a raccoon attacks someone?
Okay.
You may think that you are safe from being eaten by a raccoon because you are made out of meat, but you are wrong. Although raccoons would most like to be eating plants and fruit, raccoons are omnivores. They eat anything from grapes to trash to human flesh. Okay. So now you think you should lock yourself in your home when the raccoons are roaming. This is better than just wearing jeans, but not even this will stop the raccoons. In 1908, H.B. Davis conducted a study where raccoons were able to unlock 13 locks even when he changed the orientation of the locks. All raccoons know how to unlock locks, and no successful raccoon-proof locks have been invented yet.
That's horrifying.
Not even thumbprint locks. There is no escape from raccoons. Because of their masks, they are also unidentifiable and therefore impossible to report to the police. Our only option are to unite humanity against the raccoons or let humanity be consumed by raccoons in their ever-growing population as they produce 5 to 7 babies per gestation period, which lasts around 65 days. Thank you.
Is that the whole email?
That is the whole email.
Okay, because I told her to send me potato recipes, but this is exceptional.
Victoria,
Yeah.
thank you. If you're listening, thank you.
I've never been more afraid, especially because, like, I think one of the first things, Greg, when I met you, you went on
He
for a
clawed through
long
your
time
jeans.
saying how much you loved raccoons, and you were like, I love this school because of how many, you referred to them as trash pandas.
That's what they are.
That's
Have
cute.
you ever looked at them? They look like trash pandas.
They're really cute.
They are, but that's they're clever guys.
Well, I mean, you also can't identify them either.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the weirdest part of the email, actually.
All right, Victoria, if you're listening, please confirm or deny whether you have written this yourself, because that is very important to me.
I don't think she's listening, but I'll keep you updated because I just texted her.
Please keep us all updated.
For the listeners at home. Speaking of listeners, should we text Connor and tell him to listen in?
Yeah, I guess we could.
Is
Let's
he
all
on
get
the
our
plane or is he?
our Connor insults ready.
Okay.
I mean, he won't be able to respond, so we'll just be bullying him.
Yeah, I know.
So, you know.
Aidan, you kind of remind me of a raccoon.
In what fashion?
You kind of are like silent but stealthy, and I could see you digging around in trash.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
I do, as I said, apples are my signature fruit. So whenever I describe myself to someone, I'm just like, imagine
Describe your
30
weight in
apples.
apples.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like raccoons do this thing where they're on all fours, but to be intimidating, they like stand up on 2 feet and they
It
kind
just
of
makes them more adorable.
Yeah. And I don't know.
That's analogous to my personality.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And also something you do on a regular basis.
Which is what?
Stand up on your hind feet.
Well, after being on all fours and to look intimidating, you stand up on your hind feet.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people used to tell me that I act as if I were a deer in the headlights. Which I think is fairly accurate. Yeah.
No, deer are a lot more like innocent looking and more like, I'm frightened. Whereas
Yeah, well-
raccoons are just like, I'm going to fucking stand in your trash can and steal your 1 card. A raccoon stole my 1 card, actually.
I don't believe you.
No, it happened. I was sitting watching a family of raccoons, and then like I went back to my dorm and my 1 card was gone. But like, how would I have like dropped it without noticing?
A raccoon did not pick your pockets.
It was a family of raccoons.
A raccoon of family did not pick your pockets.
A raccoon of family.
No. What happened was it was a family, so there was like 4 of them. So like two of them
Did
were,
one of them bump into you and you
two
like
of
went
them
down to
were
help it?
distracting me with how cute they were, and one of them.
You're a
crawled me-
fucking racist. You're a speciesist asshole. By the way, if you're listening, please don't swear.
Yeah, we got this really ominous note telling us not to swear. We
you
don't
wanna
know if
read
it's
it?
for us.
We don't think it's for us. We think it's
Not
for you
specifically
guys.
for us.
Fuck you
Yeah.
guys.
I mean, I could read it. It's pretty straightforward. It says legal I.O.
It
Intro yourself.
might be ID.
This person is very bad at spelling.
Present a legal ID, like list your driver's license number.
It tells us to talk about the song.
Please email
whatever,
us with
and
your
then no
driver's
swearing,
license
please.
numbers at
And social
fnbsradio@gmail.com or tweet at us at fnbsradio.
Should we play another song?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Can you play Late Night in Kauai?
In Kauai?
Kauai.
Yeah,
Bye.
for sure.
Isn't it like a Japanese thing?
Kauai means cute in Japanese, but Kauai is also the name of a Hawaiian island. And Hawaii rhymes with Kauai.
I am calling your bluff.
Take you on.
Fight me.
All right.
During the break.
Um,
No, that's KXLU. All right,
You are
this is
so-
Late Night in Kauai by Childish Gambino.
all right.
One time I was at the beach and we were looking at the stars and this girl was laying next to me and the blanket that we had had stars on it as well, so it looked like we were just floating in an abyss. Honestly, when I see your face I just smile, I guess. I mean, our cars came and the lights were on so we could see what the waves look like. I'll be waiting here on the sand. I remember that first night. You were wearing a Power Ranger black t-shirt. So was I, a different color. So was Moy and his brother. Not as pure, so insecure. The times have changed. But really, we just looked up at the stars for a couple hours. Turned off all the lights on the cars. The world was ours, it was yours. It was mine. The time flew by like it was prime time, and I'm inside of life. You shouldn't be my wife, you should just be with me on this beautiful night. Maybe we can make things right, and we can do it without any spite. But just for tonight. And we hope it doesn't end. So we'll drive back to our homes, chilling with our friends.
Ballin' like Jabari Parker. They say I look like him. If we met, bet it would be awkward. Break out the Sudafed, cause the flow cold like a so cold. I was smoking John Lennon, where my Yoko. It's that call your grandma, you ain't ready yet. Verbal mania, I'ma show you the illest. Get my cousin to kill it. Had a flow, but you steal it. I'm in the mood, so we ball out. Got the top down in the back, we could fall out. We could fall out, nigga, we could fall out. Your girlfriend push a Prius, she giving me that genius Mensa. We that Tony Danza, wine on the rug, man, you know that shit expensive. I'm on that Willy Wonka, green so Blanca, vape so good in the pot like lobster. Nigga, I'm a monster, fuck it, I'm a monster. Man, I got this beat, I'm going ham like a cop car. That's unless you see me pulling up on the boulevard. Turn them flashing lights, at least you know who you really are. We are becoming God, we are becoming God, we are becoming God, we are becoming God. 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 I guess this ending's the best for me, but I can't leave you behind. You know that I never wanted to see what's on your mind. Ooh. Goddamn.
Yo, it's kind of hard not to like get fucking cheesy on this shit, but does that even matter? You know what I'm saying? Juxtaposition, man. Juxtafucking position. My nigga Jaden Smith dropping jewels and niggas don't even believe him because he's Jaden Smith, but it's all about packaging, right? Real shit though. Good and bad is all relative, man. It really is. A lot of niggas is sheep. We don't even know what we like anymore. We just know what's the most hype and shit. Do you really like that shit you like? Or you like the way they gave it to you? You know what I'm saying? Pepsi, Coca-Cola, the same thing Dave Chappelle said, but the one that tastes the best was the one that was paying him the most at the time. That's all that's happening with us, man. We some weak niggas, man. All of us. Followers, sheeps, plural, made that shit up. Apology ain't a real word, my nigga. We know this. But he knows more because he broke the rules that don't even fucking exist, man. Funny thing is, man, it's like, as a futurist, and I could call myself a futurist, nobody's gonna give a fuck until I'm gone, so does it even matter? Yes, it does.
And we're back.
Hey.
Beep boop boop beep boop boop. Hello?
Hello?
This
Is
is
this 911?
this is 911.
Oh my god, thank you so much for picking up.
Of course, anytime.
Okay.
What can I do for you?
We are in the. Do you know where KLMU is? It's a very prestigious radio station.
No.
Okay, I can give you directions.
Does it have anything to do with the regular LMU? Because I know where that is.
Yeah, no, it's there.
Okay.
A Carolyn Ramella is laying halfway beaten to death by a certain Greg Ebert.
Yeah. Wow, that Greg Ebert sounds pretty cool.
No, he's really not. He's.
I think my jaw is broken.
Wow,
Yeah,
it was
Carolyn's
that-
jaw is definitely broken.
That was Carolyn. Hey, can you put Carolyn on the phone?
Sure. Yeah.
Hey, Carolyn, how you doing? This is
This
911.
is extremely unprofessional. I'm on a second line.
All right. What's wrong, Carolyn?
I can't feel my legs.
All right, you can't feel your legs. Have you tried using your hands?
Wait, I feel them.
All right.
I got
all
it.
right. Glad we saved another life. Click.
No, it's still. Welcome back to
And
KXLU. Wait, are we KLMU or KXLU?
KLMU.
That's the better one.
No.
No,
Because,
KXLU is the better one, and they have an X, which is cooler.
yeah, they have a cooler letter set, and everybody likes letters. I'd like
I
to
was also a
apologize
letter.
how 2 weeks ago I said nobody wants letters. Apparently that's not true.
Most people want letters
Yeah,
to like
people
write
love letters.
things for written language.
Could
It's
we
pretty
make like
useful.
all of the mic levels equal? Because it
Okay,
like really
sorry.
bothers me. It's like they're not off by that much, but it's just
Yeah, I got
the
you.
middle one's a little bit higher.
I just got a text
Still.
back from Victoria.
And
She wrote that.
she wrote
For
that.
real?
Yeah, that was entirely
Victoria.
So, but it was based off of real evidence, though.
Yes.
I'm
yes.
assuming, yeah.
It absolutely, yeah. I
Yeah.
googled the information and nothing came up with quotation marks around parts of it.
Man.
But without it, Wikipedia was like, yeah, apples.
I really think you and Victoria were made for each other.
Victoria, please call me at FNBS Radio. 1-800-FNBS RAD. There we go.
So the theme of this week was supposed to be books, but Connor's a bitch, so now it's
I
vacations.
mean, don't talk about him that way. He's dead.
In the fire.
Yeah. So, I bring this up because we are now. Please stop doing that with your
Sorry.
chair, dude.
I'm sorry.
Um,
That would
for those of you listening at home, Greg is being annoying as usual. Yeah, it's spring break for us now.
just
and
why we're here.
yeah. Yeah, vacations are a lot. A lot of growth can happen. A lot of trauma can happen. Relationships form, relationships crumble. I wanted to know what your guys' take
Well,
on
we
that
already talked
was.
about relationships, and so all my stories about breaks would be gone.
Really? Wait.
Connor told me before I left, I was like, oh man, we can't do books. What are we going to talk about? And he's like, do something that like I won't talk about, that I don't find fun, like sex and relationships.
That's very true.
We also covered that.
Yeah, which is like, come on.
Yeah.
But that is a thing that,
People do.
he would not want to talk about for some reason.
What was your best break?
I'd have to. Ooh. I might say this last summer.
Really?
I might say that winter break.
You mean this winter
No,
break? Your
senior year winter break.
Why is that?
Because it's when I felt the best, when I had the most fun.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Were there like standout moments though?
It was all blur. really.
No,
It was on
no, it was.
so much Vicodin.
Nice.
I mean, sort of.
Oh.
I mean, you know, that sounds a lot worse than what actually was happening. But no, I mean, there are moments, yeah, that stand out specifically. But hey, yo, Victoria, call me.
But nothing you
Victoria,
like to talk about.
Nothing- nothing I'm gonna
Victoria
talk
just
about, no.
texted, "Hello, I'm tuned in."
Ooh.
Victoria. I love you. Will you marry me?
Okay, so Aidan, what do you have to say about?
Tweet us your response.
She doesn't have a Twitter.
I don't really
Email us a
email
response.
us
You
all
already
the
have our
time,
email.
yeah.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you over Greg. What was that?
Yeah. Well, breaks are kind of weird because like there's not a lot of structure usually, so it's actually pretty easy for me to just like isolate myself, and I think everyone has that. Because you know you kind of have to actively like make plans and do things, and sometimes that can be really hard. Which is why like summer and like winter break are like a lot sometimes, but like spring break and like Thanksgiving break are prime. I don't know. Whenever I think of breaks, like the first thing that comes to mind is sophomore year. I had to write a blog for my creative writing project.
Were you a dog with a blog on Disney XD? It's on Disney Channel.
I was a person of sorts, actually.
What a concept.
Yeah,
Raccoon with the blog.
I was a man of myself. Yeah, it was an interesting experience. Basically the premise of my blog was that I would do all of the things. It was probably the most laziest thing I've ever done. I would do all of the things that I put off doing, but then
So like you're blogging about the things that you put off doing.
yeah, well I would do them and then blog about that experience.
So like, I just did laundry.
No, it would be
stuff,
like
like, I
it
went
would be more like
skydiving.
life experience, the stuff.
I just did laundry.
Yeah.
That's a life experience. Doing laundry.
But the thing is,
Wow.
I lied about every single entry. It's just 5 straight pages of lying.
Like, give us an example.
Um,
Hold on. What is it still up?
I cured cancer.
yeah,
What's the URL?
it was I think it was a Weebly.
Ugh.
I think it was called Reading, Running, and Pizza. The pizza one was real, actually. That was the only thing that I ever actually did.
Had you never had pizza before?
No, I would put like some weird shit on pizza every day. That was like one of the things I would do. Not that that was something I was putting off.
Sophomore year was the year where you were like
It
not
does not exist.
an empty shell of yourself.
Sophomore year and junior
Yeah.
year was my peak. It doesn't exist anymore.
Nope. And
It's too bad.
Outlook is not secure enough for Gmail to let me use it.
Yeah, no, sophomore and junior year I was like a cool person, and then senior year I started to basically. And now you see the man before you.
I mean,
Or what's
our
left of
listeners
me.
don't.
Yeah.
They can hear
Nice.
the man before us.
Aiden, give me some. For those of you
Aiden
listening
just
at home.
punched.
Carolyn in the face.
Yeah. I was about to say Amanda, but I was like, that's not her
That's
name.
my
No.
sister.
It's not. I don't. I know what your name is.
It's okay. Take your time. Yeah, no. Like, I don't know, because you're saying breaks, and like summer break is like such a long time that it's almost like not even a break anymore.
Yeah, it's like a time of
Yeah.
itself.
So, like, if I were to say my favorite break, it would be summer of junior to senior year, because I went to like an art college pre-college thing, and that was tight. That pretty much changed my life. Well, I wouldn't say it changed it, but made me really hopeful about the future, and like made me like, whoa, college will be cool.
Do you want to play a song that reminds you of that, and we can come back with more musings about that time? Can you please fucking pay attention to the radio?
Sorry, I just
And not your
Victoria-
fucking texts.
we just got a text message from Victoria. She
Uh-huh.
said, because I don't know if you remember from the first episode, Greg, but you
Yeah.
said you were a 7 foot tall black man.
Yes. No.
So-
I said. Was it 6 foot? I said 6'7". I said 6'7". Don't fucking lie to me, Victoria.
So I don't think she wants to marry you unless
Why?
Well, I
Like
mean,
what?
She doesn't want to
Does
marry
she
him
d-
because he's
'cause I'm-
tall and black,
or because
no.
just because I'm tall, or just because I'm black?
no, she
or
doesn't
just
wanna,
those two
She
things
doesn't want to
together.
marry you because you're not a tall black man like you promised her. I don't think it has.
How
to
do you know what I look like? You don't have a Twitter. You have no access to who I am. You don't have my last name. You don't know who I am. You've never met me. You've just impressed me, and now I'm sad. How dare you?
All right. If you want to play a song, all I can think of is, do you know vaporwave?
I know of the concept.
Okay. Have you ever listened to vaporwave?
No.
Is that
Really?
is
Is that
that the
a band? I thought that was like
is
No,
that a
it's
style
a-
of music?
Yeah, I
it's
thought that was a genre.
It's a genre. Here, I'll play it on my phone.
I'm afraid to find out
It's-
if this is what I think it is.
It's basically slowed down 80s music.
Yep, that's what I think it is.
And it was very popular in art school.
I can imagine.
Like this was the one song that like everyone was losing their shits over and playing. And I remember at like 4 a.m, I was just like, I like woke up in the night and I just heard this playing like from the room next to me. So this is on all the time. This is called Lisa Frank 420, but it's written in Japanese by Macintosh Plus.
Say no.
And we're back. So like I was saying earlier, that reminds me of my time in the California College of Arts pre-college program, which takes place in Oakland, California. And that was probably the best 4 weeks of my life. Well, the first week was really shitty because I didn't have any friends. But then afterwards, it was great. It was like, because I was in the animation program, so all the animation kids bonded. And that was the summer where the Shrek is love, Shrek is life meme was really...
Your entire
blossoming.
life is memes.
Yeah,
Like, it's
it pretty
amazing to
much
me.
is. And so like we started the Shrek cult is what we called it, and we like
Was it just all the animation kids?
yeah, and
It's original.
yeah, well
Making cult with all your friends.
yeah, we made signs and stuff, but this one story I want to tell. So my 3D animation professor was this old white dude who was basically just a baby, but like shot with a size gun, so he was the size of a full-grown man.
Okay.
His name was Siegel, was his last name. And Siegel, he had like this like slow southern drawl that like I won't even try to imitate because it was really bad. But we had to like make a scene for a final project, and then he would critique it every day at the beginning of the class in front of the whole
The
entire
same
class.
scene?
Yeah, because like I mean, it took a long time. It was 3D animation.
Just like critique the same thing and it's just like shit.
Yeah, and so for my scene, it involved a birthday cake. So I had to model a cake, and like I don't know shit about modeling, so I just like had like a cylinder with like various oblong objects sticking out of it, like candles. And Siegel, he was reviewing this at the beginning of class one day, and he's like, you know, these candles don't look right. Something about them just doesn't feel right. And so he like squashed them into the middle and made them like really long and thick, which is just like, what the heck? I remember it. I couldn't
We're
swear.
not allowed to swear.
I mean, I've been doing it.
Yeah, but so he made these like weird monster candles, and then he just stopped and he got really quiet, and the whole class was quiet, and he's like, you know what, these look like a bunch of dildos. And no one said anything or reacted or did it. We just sat in like shocked silence, and he's like, all right, next. And he went to critique.
I would make so many inappropriate comments
As
if I
a-
were a teacher
yeah.
just to watch people squirm.
Please don't ever say squirm again.
Squirm.
Okay.
You don't like the word squirm?
No.
Why not?
Does it make you squirm?
Oh, dude, nice.
That's the whole purpose of me saying it, is to make people squirm.
Okay.
Maybe you shouldn't have brought that up.
Okay. Well, we could talk about this over the next break. Yeah, art school was great, and it made me really excited for college because I was like, I'm going to find my people. I'm going to do cool things I'm passionate about. I'm going to stay up like till 4 o'clock every night with my best friends and just like talk about things and be great. And then I come to college.
And it was everything you dreamed of.
That's right.
Kids, follow your dreams.
All right.
let your
Aidan,
dreams be
I think
memes.
you were about to say something. You had something you were going to think of to say to think of when we were in.
For sure. Okay.
That's a lot of
I'm trying to
stalling.
think about the... Fuck off, Greg.
Are you going to tell your story or not?
I didn't have a story.
I have so many things I could talk about right
Then
now.
talk about it, Greg.
All right, the radio station KXLU right now is playing a little ditty called "Take 5," which is a song by a ditty. It's not a song. Songs it's only a song if it has lyrics. Fun fact. But it's a piece of music that's written in 5/4, which is the hardest time signature to write in. But it's like one of the few songs in 5/4 that actually works, and it's probably my favorite jazz song of all time because
That's
of it.
really cool.
Why is
Yeah.
it? What is something that doesn't have lyrics then? What are you supposed to call it?
Just a piece of music, you know, you can call it like a symphony, you know, something, you know, like everything was just a symphony because, you know, it's like for an orchestra, but you just call it like a piece of music is basically, you know, as generic as you can get.
Okay.
Composition, tune,
Cool.
yeah.
A hip hop beat.
Yeah.
So I'm
Am I
trying to
really
think
quiet?
of what my best break was. And yeah, I think you're right in thinking that summers probably don't count because they're too long.
What? When was that established?
Just when Carolyn mentioned it. So I guess like my best break was probably the break that I went to Peru.
I remember you told me about this once, and you're just like, Okay, so I was meditating, and then a llama came up behind
That
me.
happened. That's true.
Okay.
There's pictorial evidence.
Okay, I don't want to step on your
Pictorial or
story anymore,
pictorial?
though. So
Pictorial.
talk.
I actually was one. I don't know which one.
Ignore Greg. Talk.
Yeah, so Peru was wild. What?
So we said that you're like, yeah, Peru was wild.
We met.
Go to Peru always.
Yeah, I do. Just metaphorically in my mind. We met, like, we did, like, service work for a farmer.
Who is we?
Right, so I went on, like, with some kids at my school, my creative writing teacher, and, like, another teacher at my school, and then, like, some other, like, parents. It was, like, a school educational trip that you had to, like, opt into. So we did like farm work for this one family, and that was like crazy because I was like 17 at the time, and the farmer, who had like a kid and a wife and like a plot of land that he needed to farm, was like only 19. So like that was crazy sobering.
That's ridiculous.
And I still think about that like all the time.
What have you done with your life?
Exactly.
You haven't farmed anything. You don't even have a plot of land.
And I think about this all the time too now, because like a lot of my favorite
You're
rappers
only a
are like,
citizen if you have a plot of land.
yeah. Well, like, I don't know. A lot of like my favorite rappers were like making albums when they were like 19. And that makes me feel awful.
But you're not a rapper.
That's true. But
You're
like,
a comedian, and look where you are. One of the greatest comedy institutions of all time. Not here.
Friday night Bible
Not
studies.
here. Aidan is a member of Comedy Sports LA, the College League. It's now a league because they're hoping other places will start making teams.
Like
right.
baseball.
But
Exactly.
I guess I just feel like it's not necessarily analogous. Like,
Absolutely.
not to like look up to Tyler the Creator too much, but like he made Wolf when he was 19. He made that whole album when he was 19 years old. Do you know how good that
How
album
old
is?
was,
B.I.G.
how
was
old was
killed
he
when
when
he
he
was
made the
24.
first album?
Is that true?
Yeah.
I thought he was older.
No. I read that on Wikipedia, and I was like, holy shit.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wait, who is what?
Notorious
B.I.G.
Biggie.
When he was 24.
He did what?
20, he was killed.
Biggie?
You know?
You don't know
He
who
like-
Biggie is.
I know who Biggie is.
Notorious B.I.G. Yeah, because
Yes, I
Biggie
know
Smalls
who-
was already a music name that was taken, which is why
Oh
he goes
my
by,
God.
by Biggie, but his actual name is Notorious. Yeah, 24.
I thought he was like
So, you know,
40.
what have you done with your life? Well, you know, and he looks it.
Yeah,
but-
you haven't even died yet, Aidan. What the-
Yeah. Get your shit together, man.
Oh my god.
Yeah, sorry.
How old was his daughter?
His daughter was like just born the year before.
Wow.
One of them, and then the other one was born like that year. Like it was like 2 years before, and then like that year.
How old was Tupac? Fun fact: Tupac was
Your
shot
dad.
the same day as I was born.
Did you shoot Tupac?
Are you? No,
Did
but
you-
are
did you come out-
Am I
like-
the reincarnation
Yeah,
of
yeah.
Tupac? Yeah, probably.
It's like the Avatar. Then why don't you have a rap album yet?
Hey, he's like, okay. Slow and steady wins the race, right?
Okay.
So you're gonna live longer than Tupac,
25?
cause you're like
Fuck.
Tupac, but you learned from your past mistakes.
Exactly. I'm not gonna burn out too quickly this
Mm-hmm.
time.
Yeah, and you're not gonna get shot
Yeah.
yet.
And I know people who are 25. And imagining them as dead? That's
Also, I want to die via friendly fire, ideally.
Interesting.
Yeah.
like it's like in it's like a burning log, and it's like, hey, come over here, I have candy, and you're like, you do, and then you pick it up, and you're like, ah, no, my hands are
That's
burning.
how Connor died.
Didn't see this coming.
Remember?
Yeah. I hit a speaker behind a burning log, and he picked up the burning log, which he then dropped, and the entire hospital burned down. All those poor little orphans that were there on a trip to see where hospitals come from. They died too.
I think to commemorate Biggie, we should for sure play a song.
Should we?
Yeah.
Are we? But I have
And not commemorate
so much,
our fallen friend.
so much to talk about.
Because he's really not worth it.
First of all, Victoria, why haven't you accepted my friend request on Hangouts? It's not me. I'm using the company email to do my personal business, but still, yeah.
All right, so
I mean,
we're going
you
to
could
play a
always
tribute
it's
to
you could just fade it up and
Notorious
I know, but I don't know which Nas.
to
It's-
Biggie Smalls. So do you want to introduce the song and talk about song, whatever?
Yeah. Play Brooklyn's Finest because that's not one that
Wait,
a lot
play
of people know.
Hypnotize because it has to do with the song that we played.
Okay, yeah, it's kind of like a running.
Come on. Ha, sicker than your average. Papa twist cabbage off instinct. Niggas don't think shit stink. Pink Gators, my Detroit players. Tim's for my hooligans in Brooklyn. Dead right, if the head right, Biggie there, and night. Papa been smooth since days of under rules. Never lose, never choose to. Bruise, cruise, who? Do something to us. Talk, go through us. Girls walk to us, wanna do us. Screw us, who us? Yeah, Papa and Pump. Close like Starsky and Hutch. Stick to clutch. Yeah, I squeeze 3 at your cherry M3. Bang every MC easily.
Take that.
Easily. Recently, niggas frontin' ain't saying nothing, so I just speak my peace. Keep my peace. Cubans with the Jesus peace. With my peace. Packing, asking who want it. They got it, nigga flaunt it. That Brooklyn bullshit, we on it.
Biggie, 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 can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me. And I just love your flashy ways. I guess that's why they're broken, you're so fake. Biggie, 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 can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me. And I just love your flashy ways. I guess that's why they're broken, you're so fake.
I put hoes in NY onto DKNY. Miami, DC, prefer Versace.
That's right.
All Philly hoes know it's Moschino. Every cutie with the booty, boy, the coochie. Now who's the real dookie? Meaning who's really the shit? Them niggas ride dicks. Frank White push the 6 on the Lexus LX 4.5. Bulletproof glass tips if I want some ass. Gon' blast squeeze first, ask questions last. That's how most of these so-called gangsters pass. At last, a nigga rapping about blunts and broads, tits and bras, menage a trois, sex and expensive cars, and still leave you on the pavement. Condo paid for, no car payment. At my arraignment, note for the plaintiff. Your daughter's tied up in the Brooklyn basement. Face it, not guilty. That's how I stay true. Richer than richer, so you niggas come and get me.
Biggie, 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 can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me. And I just love your flashy ways. I guess that's why they're broken, you're so fake. Biggie, 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 can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me. And I just love your flashy ways. I guess that's why they're broken, you're so fake.
I can fill you with real millionaire shit. That's cargo, my cargo. 160, swiftly. Wreck it by your new one. Your crew run, your crew run. I know you sick of this name brand nigga with flows. Girls say he's sweet like licorice. So get with this, nigga, it's easy. Girlfriend, here's a pin. Call me round 10, come through, have sex on rugs, that's Persian. Come up to your job, hit you while you're working, for certain. Papa freaking, not speaking, leave that ass leaking like rapper demo. Tell them who, take their clothes off slowly. Kill them with the force like Kobe, dick black like Kobe, watch me roam like Romy. Lucky they don't own me, where to say show me, homie.
Biggie, 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 can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me. And I just love your flashy ways. I guess that's why they're broken, you're so fake. Biggie, 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 can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me. And I just love your flashy ways. I guess that's why they're broken, you're so fake. Biggie, 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 can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me. And I just love your flashy ways. I guess that's why they're broken, you're so fake. Biggie, 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 can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me. And I just love your flashy ways. I guess that's why they're broken, you're so fake. Biggie, 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 can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me. And I just love your flashy ways. I guess that's why.
You can fade one out when you fade the other one in,
Okay,
and then that's awesome.
Well, now the mic's on. And
Yeah.
we're back.
I swear to God,
Aidan was just crying over Biggie Smalls
Mitch
like a little
Hedberg
boy.
has some kind
You
of
died
quote
too young.
very similar about, you either live. It was.
Live fast, die young.
It was like you either live long enough to see yourself become the villain or you die a hero.
Yeah.
Is the essence of it, but that's from Batman, which is one of the most quotable movie series of all time. Not just in terms of Bane impersonations, but just like in general phrases. It's super freaking cheesy.
Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb.
Can we talk about how
it was-
we'll come back to this? I want to come back to this. How like one of the themes of Star Wars is that being old is evil.
No.
All right, we'll come back to it. Anyway,
No,
say your other
okay.
thing that you're gonna say.
I feel
But,
like more of the theme is like when you're young, it's your job to question pre-established order.
That's the theme of Star Wars.
You got it.
Hey.
But like more to question pre-established order, and like the way they do that is through youth, and the way they portray that.
No,
makes
it's
sense.
literally World War II. It's literally all of the fight scenes, all of the space war scenes
No.
are literally ripped straight out of World
That's
War II
because he
films.
just like ripped off World War II films. It's
Yeah,
not
but
just
no,
about World War II.
the Imperial Army is Nazis in
Yeah.
every single thing.
For sure.
Gungans, that's why everything is so racist, because it comes from the 40s.
Yeah.
Everyone was racist in the 40s.
Well, yeah.
Gungans, racist.
So George Lucas.
That
Racist.
was the Gungan scene where they're fighting whatever
The
they're fighting.
Gungas?
Yeah, the Gungas. He pronounces it differently.
Yeah, he
every
says
time.
Gungas.
Yeah, so it literally
George
doesn't
Lucas
matter.
says that?
Yeah.
He pronounces it differently. Every
George
single
Lucas
time
is so
he says
bad.
it. But in an interview or like a behind the scenes feature, the scene where it was like the big fight scene with the Gungans.
Gun guns.
Yeah, and the other, who were they fighting? Just the
droid
just the
army.
Droid, yeah. He was like, "Oh yeah, this is supposed to be like a big war and peace type of thing." So
I don't.
That makes sense. Well, because like, okay, yeah. Here's why it makes sense. So
It's like poetry. It's supposed to rhyme.
Yeah.
It's
check
like
it
poetry.
out. No, so like another big thing, the biggest theme of Star Wars is that science is evil.
Lasers are fucking
Science
awesome.
is evil.
No,
check it
that's-
out. Yes, no.
Prove it.
Hear me out. Okay, so first of all, if you look at both the original trilogy and the new trilogy, the evil thing is always depicted as like machine-like.
That's
So-
exactly what it was in the prequel trilogy as well. Droids
Yeah.
are machines.
Yeah, I know.
Then
So
why
they're
aren't you
saying that-
including that one?
I said in the original trilogy and in the original trilogy. Wait.
You said in
I
the
said it
original
twice.
trilogy and in the new
original-
one.
Okay.
And there's a new one.
In all of the trilogies, I don't know as much about. I haven't incorporated The Force Awakens into my thesis, but just looking at the first 6 films, and I'm sure the 7th one fits into this perfectly because the 7th one is basically just number 4 again.
Mm-hmm.
So, check it out. Darth Vader, he is basically a machine. The thing that like is said bad of him is like, oh, he's like more machine.
More
than
machine
man.
than man now.
Yeah.
That was such a good fucking voice. Go me.
The lightsaber, like you'd think it was technology, but it's really not, because if you think about how it's made, like you have to go into the rainforest, like get rid of all of your like tools and technology. You have to meditate and like assemble this thing.
Is this what you did in Peru?
No,
Essentially,
it's not how it works.
how does it work?
You build it. You go out, you find a crystal, you go to space mines, you find a fucking crystal, you read a book on how to build a lightsaber, and you stick all that shit together.
Not at all
basically-
true.
No,
That
but
is
then you have to
basically how it
infuse it. You
works.
have to infuse it with the Force, which is where all
Yeah.
the meditating stuff.
No,
comes
you
in.
have the force. The force is all around us. You don't use the force.
Did
But
you watch the
harness
fucking movie,
power
dude?
of the
Yes.
Force.
Did you see the part where they're just like, oh, you need to like get in touch with your emotions to assemble this?
When?
Just like
to
IKEA.
assemble this?
I don't know. Okay, first of all, that
'cause
was
I
like-
watched all 6 films before I watched the 7th one, just like in like that day, basically.
Did they ever build a lightsaber in any
No.
of the movies?
No, at
Okay,
no point
in
is
the
a lightsaber
extended
built.
universe, though.
Not canon.
All right, fine. Is all of the extended universe not canon? What about the Star Wars, the Clone Wars, and
The
Rebels
animated series, I think those are canon, and they
Yeah.
replace any mistakes that happen in the or anything that the animated series does that like counteracts the
incongruent?
movies.
The
yeah.
animated series is correct.
I believe that's what they are going with. You
Just
know,
because
otherwise
Disney
it just
made it.
instantly would not be. It wouldn't make sense. But I believe it is canon. Yes.
That's interesting.
If it's not, then that makes a lot more sense. But
Well, so then also, like, a lot of the themes are just like not relying on technology and instead relying on the Force, which is like a natural thing. And like when George Lucas talks about it, he's just like, yeah, like the Force is all about thinking about a time like before the Empire, before like all of this technology. Like he really like romanticizes and fetishizes like.
Yeah, and then he showed us what life was like before the Empire, and it was the prequel trilogy.
Which is pretty
where they're
sick.
fighting what?
Each other.
Just machines.
Sith Lords. Gungas.
Are on the right side of history in that
Newt Gingrich? Sorry, Newt Gunroy? Gingrich Gunroy? Gunroy Jesus.
Yeah, the
that's my
prequels-
rapper name.
I wouldn't
Prequels were
say-
like even more racist than the original.
No, no, yeah, the original trilogy wasn't
Do you remember
that bad
how
at all.
Anakin slave owner was a really offensive Jewish stereotype?
I mean, now that you
Yeah.
say that, now I realize,
I
but
think his name was like Walter.
no, it was Wallow. No, it was not Wallow. That's a real name. Walla Walla, Washington.
Washing machine, that's right. But I would say like it's not so much that science and technology is evil, because then like where would C-3PO and R2-D2 and the droids and the X-wings and stuff fall into that? I think it's more like trust.
Watto.
Yeah, trusting yourself and like your relationships with others and stuff, because the Force is kind of like the thing that like, you know, binds us all together and like keeps things going in a
It'll
way.
tear us apart. Literally, in the case of Darth Maul.
Who comes back in the Star Wars: The Clone Wars
Does he really?
animated series
As a
He
spider?
does. Yeah,
He
no, from the he has like machine legs,
Is
and then
it-
he has a brother.
I mean, yeah, but like, does he come back as a spider? Because I know that in the extended universe, I believe he came back as a spider. Like, not like as like a giant spider, but he had like spider, like robotic spider
Yeah,
legs.
he had robotic Spidey legs.
Okay, I thought you just meant like robot legs, like human robot legs.
They were like spider-like. Like they had like the kind of like
Just
like the
exoskeleton. kinda.
three
How many legs were there
joints.
total?
There were only 2 legs, but then they had like
Oh, okay,
the
that's
the
just weird.
feet had little like feet of like claws. I guess.
That's weird. Like Grievous, kind
It's
of.
fucking cool though.
All right, hold on.
But yeah, so
I'll do
just
a home
to
Google that
counter your thesis, I don't think it's so much science and technology is evil. I think it's more like you have to trust yourself and other people and stuff.
I'm still sticking with. Oh, that okay. Yeah, that's cool.
Right?
Yeah, but no, yeah. See, like Spider Man, he comes back as a spider in the extended universe, and like a huge ass fucking spider.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I heard that Disney is gonna make. This will be awful if they try to make them trilogies. If they just make them movies, they might be okay. But they're gonna make like prequel movies for Han Solo and Boba Fett.
They're alternating years for Han Solo, Boba Fett, and then
Rogue One.
Who?
Rogue One.
Yeah, Rogue One.
What's Rogue
Damn.
One?
It's like
Nobody knows.
it's a standalone Star Wars movie.
I'm so worried about the Han Solo one. The Boba
Yeah.
Fett one.
How are
will
they
be
going to
fine.
reverse age Harrison Ford? Is my question.
I mean, he's Harrison Ford.
Do you think stem cell research will be far along? enough
Have
by
you ever
the
seen
time?
Tron Legacy, another Disney film? They did a lot of facial reconstructive surgery on
Harrison
Jeff
Ford
Bridges.
is not going to be the actor in the movie.
No, absolutely not.
That was the
He's
joke.
way too old. Did you see him try and run in episode 7?
Ba-doop.
Did not work. He did not. I
My
mean,
poor
he's
husband.
old. God bless his heart. But
Where's the Princess Leia backstory?
you know her backstory.
Yeah, we kind of.
It's implied that she was
probably
raised
went on, like, some
as a
cool
princess.
adventures.
Where's Luke's backstory?
Where's Jar Jar's backstory? Is the question we're all waiting for.
Honestly,
One of my favorite thing that
Uh-huh.
George Lucas has ever said. Someone asked him like, "Oh, if you were a character in the Star Wars universe, who would you be?" And he'd be like, "I don't know, Jar Jar Binks, bite me." He didn't say bite me, but like that was really the tone of his voice.
I love
And then he just went on a monologue of how much he hated Star Wars fans.
oh yeah.
Thank God.
My hero.
I think we should have 2 themes every night.
Because
Or, like,
we always end up talking about Star Wars. I
Yeah, or
don't
we
know
should
if you
just assume that we have one theme and then Star Wars.
At no point like have we ever talked about vacations. I don't think.
We talked about
We
vacations.
talked about it for a little. We can go back. I just love Star Wars so
Aiden
much.
talked about plowing land.
I talked about plowing bitches.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that was when music was playing.
Yeah, dude, all of the Spanish girls in that village really had a crush on me too.
The Spanish girls.
It's because you look like you aren't
The
in that
Peruvian
village,
girls.
which means if they were to marry you, they would get to leave.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. They don't
They saw
care
me
who you
as
are.
like the best.
You are.
option.
Yes, you are a
Because I was
beacon.
the brownest one.
You
of
are
my
a
group.
beacon of not there. You know, it doesn't even have to be hope. Just not there.
For real though, when we went, not at that village, but when we went to like a more isolated place, like up in the mountains, there, like one of my friends was super white, and all of the kids lost their mind. Like they all like flooded him and like were like touching him, and like we're just so like, oh my god, because he has like blonde hair and like blue eyes, and they'd never seen that before. It was adorable.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there's some visual humor happening right now.
I don't know what you're talking about. Aiden, continue telling your story.
This is really the main story. White people are a minority in the mountains of Peru.
In the world, they are a minority.
That's true.
Statistically.
Yeah.
Which makes me exotic, Victoria. No, but back to Star Wars, the most important topic.
So have they said anything about? I'm sorry. Continue, Greg.
I don't remember what I was going to say because you had to interrupt with your
Have they
Polish
said
story.
anything about Polish?
I don't tell. Have they said anything about what? Keep talking.
Have they said anything about Rogue One, dude?
No.
So, oh my god, I don't know. I really dislike Disney a lot.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that they fuck up a majority. Sorry, my apologies for swearing. They mess up.
It's so funny if you said a slur instead of fuck. They wet back up a lot of their stories.
They porch monkey up a lot
They
of
pull lock up a lot of their stories.
a lot of the,
That's
you know
my
a lot like
favorite
you know like
slur.
they I'm not gonna I'm not gonna drop an N word.
Do not drop.
I'm gonna drop it. I see that you will cut my neck
And then
if I say things into the mic. But your threats to kill me, won't stop me from producing my art.
Goddamn Polak.
What was what was I? What the fuck was I talking about? No, I don't remember. Fuck. And everyone at home is gonna be like, "Oh, you're talking about this." Shut up. No one likes you, Victoria. Just kidding. Please love me. Please. Someone else wanted. Please.
Vacations and breaks. Family
Victoria, you
vacations.
broke my heart.
Family vacations are the absolute worst thing I can.
They're not
ever think
vacations.
of at all. I went for the first time without family to Japan over the summer. Well, the first vacation without family. I went to Japan last summer, and like, I was free to like unclench my ass because I wasn't stressed out about my family like throwing a tantrum in the middle of a public area
Okay.
like they usually do.
Right.
So that was really nice.
I don't go on a lot of family vacations.
You are lucky.
Well,
Yeah, no.
yeah, my parents got divorced at a young age, so
Still lucky.
I mean, on my dad's side, like we go to Seattle. We used to go like
That's where Victoria
twice
is.
a year. It's also where most of my Brown family is.
That's also where Kurt Cobain was.
That's also where
I mean,
Starbucks
is he still
and
there?
Seattle's best coffee originated.
No, Kurt Cobain shot himself.
Well, I mean, is his body still there?
I'll look that up actually. Anyway, keep talking.
Yeah, so like I guess that's like the closest thing I have to like a family vacation. Yeah, I really like Seattle. Like I'm not a fan of the cold at all, but like it's a cool city. I like it more than like New York or I don't know, more like bustling places like that. I kind of like the chill vibe.
Star Wars, Rogue One, A Star Wars Story, is an upcoming live-action Star Wars film, the first in the Star Wars anthology series. Oh, it's coming out first. The film is set for release on December 16th, 2016. That's this year, for those of you who are wondering. Yeah.
Wait, so it's
no,
coming
they're
out-
alternating it
What?
every year.
Wait, but it's coming out before the second
Yes, they do one film anthology, one film anthology, one film anthology. Yeah,
That's interesting.
yeah.
To make
By Gareth
money.
Edwards and Gary Whitta. What is it with Gare and Gare? All right. Anyways, worked on the script. Chris Weitz took over the final scripting duties in 2015. Felicity Jones is confirmed. This is the first confirmed star of the film. It'll take place between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope.
Okay.
And oh, cool.
That is like the most interesting time
Yeah.
in Star Wars universe.
Because it's when everything gets messed. Anyways, it will revolve around a band of resistance fighters uniting to steal the plans to the Death Star.
Okay.
I'm
Seems
down.
a little inconsequential. Because you know they're not going to win. What's going to happen?
Have you seen the Star Wars
Oh,
films?
shit. You know they're going to win, dude. So it's like...
Which is why it's so consequential.
Oh, yeah, I guess you're right.
You know, just because of the heroes doesn't make them win. I was going to mention a
Kurt
book, but we
Cobain's
can't talk
ashes
about
were
books.
scattered.
Where? Where someone like dropped them so no one knows where specifically they
no,
are?
in Olympia, so technically not in Seattle. But
Where's
a Buddhist
Olympia?
monk chanted while they were
I
scattered.
hate that so much.
When Buddhist monks chant?
No, that just some fucking
Maybe he
celebrity.
was like, "We want candy. We want candy." Everyone's like, "Why are you here?" And he's like, "Bitch, I'm a Buddhist monk."
Yeah, I can go
I was like,
anywhere.
"Oh, okay.
Bush did 9/11.
I mean,
I guess I just don't like celebrities that are Buddhists.
No, yeah, I understand. Or just like white people in general.
white people ruin everything.
I
Oh,
guess
Disney,
mostly
true.
celebrities-
Disney ruined Club Penguin.
Like mostly like
That's what I was gonna say.
affluent people who are like, yeah, like I don't care about power or like or generating wealth. It's like, dude, like I don't know, like that, like you own a Starbucks, just like stop it, like. And like I not that like
Wait,
those
how many
principles
celebrities
don't.
own a Starbucks?
I'm talking about like affluent people in general, like affluent people in the
All
first
right.
world.
Who
affluent
hurt you?
American People.
Is the founder of Starbucks
No one
a Buddhist?
in theory hurt me.
and they touched
Just like
you in
white
places.
moms that read, eat, pray, love.
Okay, but is that a story about Buddhism?
It's a story about
It's
a
a
woman
story
who
about
goes
like
to
vague spirituality.
yeah.
That doesn't make it about Buddhism. There's
Have
spirituality.
you heard anyone who's vaguely spiritual talk?
No, because lots of people are vaguely spiritual.
Yeah, and they always like cover bases of like, yeah, like I'm into this Buddhist thing, I'm into this Hindu thing,
Fun
I'm also
fact,
into this Christian thing.
There are more people who exist than people who talk about the things that they are.
What? Wait, say that again.
There are more vegans than there are people who say I'm a vegan. There are more CrossFit people than there are people who say I'm a CrossFit. You know, there are more vaguely spiritual people than people who are like, yeah, you know, whatever. Here are my vaguely spiritual views. Please.
We should talk about our
Make me
vaguely
feel right.
spiritual.
Oh, wait, I'm
views.
continue.
So
Interesting.
there are probably tons of people who are vaguely spiritual, but they don't feel the need to bring it up because they aren't dicks. You know,
Are
there's
you one of those people?
No, I'm like not spiritual at all, which makes theology a very hard class because I just like don't like change. Like I respect religion and things, but like my theology is basically like, you know, set in stone and like it can't really be changed by religious readings, unfortunately.
Well, like I don't think religious classes are. Well, I feel like here maybe because we're a Catholic school, but like they shouldn't try to sway your religious.
No,
beliefs.
but there's a difference between religious opinions and a theology, because a theology is just like, you know, you can always expand on your like theology, like if you have a certain mindset about something, but then you read a Hindu text and it's like, oh, maybe if I'm not an ass to people, you know, then I'll be more successful and I'll lead a better life. You know, like that's something, you know, that can like change your theology. But like, yeah, you know, it's not changing your religion.
The moral of the story is middle-aged white moms are the absolute worst.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the vocal minority is always the case everywhere. Trump supporters, vocal majority.
Because they're constantly screaming.
Um,
Not just like Trump, but just
thankfully,
like howling.
people's votes don't matter. And it's never been more crucial than now. Apologies if you support Trump. But
No
he's-
apologies at all.
No. I am apologizing on my behalf for people who support Trump because I'm sorry, but you're just wrong.
That's right.
What is that noise?
That is the sound of people in Africa dying, or it's the sound of my computer.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna cut to a song.
Um,
Should we stay with the Star Wars theme or with the vacation theme?
Are we gonna talk? Like,
Why
play
not
the
do a
Wars
Star
theme?
Wars vacation?
Or can we play actually no, I've been like making suggestions on songs this whole time, so someone else. I always feel bad about that.
Last summer when I was in South Africa. Ooh, yeah, I am.
You just go everywhere.
It's like Canada,
He had
Mexico.
Fuck you,
He had an
man.
eat, pray, love.
Are you vaguely spiritual?
No,
Are you upset at middle-aged moms
No.
because they make your
He
vaguely
is a middle-aged
spiritual
white mom.
Buddhist?
I was
Buddhism?
a Buddhist for many years. Now I'm an atheist.
Really? Because I
Yeah.
remember at the beginning of the school year, you were like, "Oh, I'm a Buddhist."
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like a month into the school
So
year.
when did this
Well,
happen?
It's like this morning.
yeah. Well, here's the story. So I converted to Buddhism when I was 10.
How do you do anything when you're 10?
I was a smart kid, dude. I really
I
peaked
was
when
still
I was
peeing my pants
11.
when I was 10.
Um,
I was 6th grade, right? Yeah.
yeah, well, I was 10. Neither of my parents are really anything. My mom was, I think, raised Catholic. My dad never talks about religion. I actually really want to talk to my dad about religion, just to see what's up
What if
in
you
that
just, like,
brain
totally
of his.
avoid it?
If he's a Satanist.
Probably.
um,
I haven't met him, but
so yeah, I wanted to learn more about my Indian roots, and that brought me to Buddhism, and I was like, whoa, like I get this, like this is really cool to me, because like I hated Christianity so much, like I like
Jesus is overpowered. You know, he's not a balanced character. You know,
His HP is just over the roof.
Okay, he has like fucking like 12th level spells, and he's clearly no higher than like level 5. Like
Yeah.
it's unfair.
sure.
Just because his dad is the game master
Yeah.
doesn't make it acceptable for him to have OP powers.
And like as a half elf, does he really have?
I mean, honestly, it's
Yeah, like
he shouldn't have that much affluence towards
I
magic.
appreciate the cantrips though, where you can turn water into wine. That's a pretty useful cantrip.
Yeah, definitely. And you know that's pretty low level. But like, you know, bringing people back
back
from
to my
near
spiritual journey.
Okay, yeah, I want to hear what you.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I really dislike Christianity. We don't need to go into that too much. I respect it now, if any of you Trump supporters are out there. So yeah, that brought me to Buddhism. I really believe in like the practices of Buddhism, and I really believe in
Life after love.
the teachings of Buddhism, like how to live, how to like look at life. And I believed in like the mysticism and like the spirituality, like you know, the like more religious ideas that were introduced by like Korea and China into Buddhism. I like really believed that for a while. And I guess I just like gradually started to believe in it less and less. So like I believed in reincarnation up until I was 16.
I mean, we don't know.
And I guess we don't. And it was like a very like cannonball moment that I can like refer to, because it was in the creative writing class that with the teacher that I went to Peru with.
Was he just like, reincarnation isn't real? And you're
No,
like,
he
"Damn it."
posted the class.
dead.
He posted the class. I don't remember exactly how it came up, but he was like, "Wait, like, do you guys think about death a lot?" And like everyone else in the class was like, "Yeah, like I think about death all of the time. Like it scares me so much." And that was really weird to me, because like I don't think about death very often.
Me either, but you don't see me talking about it. Sorry, continue.
And like yeah, I was thinking about that, and I guess I just had to come to terms with the fact that I was like, wow, like I guess I just don't believe in reincarnation anymore, because to me Buddhism was always about how you live life here and not about whatever happens after death. So I still considered myself a Buddhist, but it was hard to like explain to people like, well, I'm a Buddhist, but I don't like, I'm more of like a traditional
Non-practicing
Buddhist.
Buddhist.
I'm not Zen. No, I'm practicing in the sense that I meditate, that I read the text, that I believe in these things, but
true.
I don't
That's true.
believe in the spiritual aspect of that I will be reincarnated, that there's anything such as there's any like spiritual aspect of karma.
Well, in terms of reincarnation, you know, like I can't speak for Buddhism, but I know in Hinduism, you know, reincarnation is still a thing.
Yeah.
I mean, like not still a thing as in like modern, but like in comparison with Buddhism, it is also a thing. But like the Upanishads, which are like religious texts, they're all incredibly metaphorical. Like they tell stories of people, and you know, like every paragraph, you know, like of like a certain story is like the exact same, but then with the key words change or whatever, you know, and that's part of the message, you know. So like maybe the concept of reincarnation isn't about, you know, like a person actually being reborn, but it's sort of more of like a metaphorical idea of like your body doesn't disappear, and like, you know, like your spirit will appear in like a chicken or something, and no one will know it's you, and you won't remember your past lives, but you know, like your who you are and like what you are doesn't just disappear into nothing. You know, like your body continues on.
Well, I do believe
You know?
that it does disappear into nothing now.
I'm not saying that your soul does or doesn't. I'm just saying, like, I don't know, like I guess physically, you know, like,
Yeah.
you never leave the world
Well, right, because you have influence.
because you never entered the world. You're
Like-
not like a spaceman.
With the idea of like karma, like there's like I don't
Oh
believe
yeah,
in like
yeah. No, screw
there-
karma.
I don't believe in like there being like, oh, like
No.
if you do bad things, like
I mean,
things will naturally bad will happen to you. But like if you're
I mean,
a bad person,
but, like,
do you
there-
got... Okay, go for it, Greg.
I'm sorry.
No, go
I
for
keep
it.
I keep interrupting. But
It's
like,
fine.
you know, there's a thing in like psychology called a self-fulfilling prophecy. And you know, so if you believe in karma, you know, and you believe that you have bad karma, you're more likely to experience things that are bad or that you consider bad.
It's not
simply
so much you
because-
experience, but you perceive it as
Exactly.
bad. Yeah.
But simply because like you have like a mindset like, oh, I have bad karma, you know, like so I might as well, you know, continue to rob this bank. And it's like, oh, the police show up. God, I have such bad karma, you know. So like, it isn't out of nowhere, you know, but it's more of a things happen because of reasons than things happen for reasons, you know.
Yeah. You keep saying things to me that I was about to say.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, my apologies.
It's fine. It's just interesting me. It's interesting to me.
It's interesting me.
It is interesting me. Yeah, I guess like there's a little bit more, but yeah, that's more or less like the thing is that like it's easier to just say now that I'm an atheist, and then like yeah, if we get into a conversation about theology, explain like I used to be a Buddhist, but because like I really believe in physicalism, that like we are just our bodies.
It's hot.
For real, yeah.
Victoria, you hear that? We're just our bodies.
Aiden's face lit up when he was talking about physicalism.
Yeah, physicalism's so interesting. It's so cool.
Have you heard of deism?
No, what is deism?
If there is a God, he created the universe and just left it alone.
Actually, yeah, I have heard of that.
From what I've been told. I have never actually Googled this. So
I mean,
this
I've
is
heard
now
of that,
his-
like
Yeah.
that philosophical idea.
You know.
I have never heard of the name.
I've
What's
been
your
told.
thought of that?
You know,
The whole like clockmaker.
the universe.
mentality.
You know, like if you want a structure to be more like, you know, like very sound and like survive lots of shit, do you want to build like a house out of cards where you meticulously put every card in the exact position where it needs to be? Or would you take the cards and just kind of like throw them on top of each other and see where they lay? You know, like doing one of those things is a lot more stable in terms of keeping things where they are. And so, you know, I believe that like if there is a creator, you know, then he probably just kind of like made like a big bang and was just like, go do stuff. I mean, he didn't tell it to do stuff because it just did stuff automatically, you know.
But he
and
like
there was
he
just-
thought about it
like
though.
he just,
He
you
was
know,
like,
it's
"Do
like
stuff,
those
guys."
like snap things, throw them on the ground for 4th of July, and it goes pop, and you're like, yay! You know, I just like did one of those, but like really big.
And that was the
And
big
then,
bang.
And then, you know, he just like watched it, and he's like, damn, shit's cray, yo,
Yeah.
and then smoked a joint.
Tight. But like a galactic sized joint.
I mean, bigger than that. I mean, he don't. For those of you listening, Aidan and Carolyn just had a fist bump without me.
Do you want to be in the fist bump?
I don't want to be in the fist bump.
Okay.
No.
But yeah, I kind of had the same experience religion-wise, like timeline-wise, because like.
So anyway, when I went to South Africa, I listened to Hiatus Coyote's Molasses. So let's play that now.
All right.
Blinding the lungs with the focus. Running with my eyes closed. Finding omens in the woodwork. I see cold braille. Mechanical and frail. How do I tessellate? Built to the rage. Are you the one hunter? Relic with an almond heart. Color of sofa. Banished to a single arc. Porcelain smolder. And don't forget your state of
See, I just pulled a Carolyn there by saying, and we're back. I'm taking over your job, Carolyn. Soon we'll be able to do this whole show without you.
Ayo. That's the plan, too. I mean,
Like,
for
actually-
real. Well, yeah, I mean, Connor and Carolyn are leaving, like, LMU.
yeah.
And
What will we do?
I
Like, just
do.
be us two?
Well, we could
should
probably
have
have
guests.
guests.
We should
Yeah,
absolutely have
We should have
guests.
guests.
Which means we need to meet interesting people other than ourselves,
No.
which is impossible.
Skype
Can we
call
just, like,
me.
introduce, like, the other personalities that you have?
All of them are just as depressing as I am.
It's fine.
That
Still
reminds me of an
variety.
idea I had for something we should do. Is just pretend that like Connor got really into mimeism, and just like describe things that he would be doing if he were here, and just be like, "Man, that's so great, Connor. That's so great." But I totally forgot.
He'd be pretending he's trapped in a box.
But he's he's so good at keeping silence.
Yeah.
But he's just not here.
But yeah, so Aidan, are you wearing that Buddha shirt kind of like...
Buddha,
That's
Buddha,
the
Buddha,
oldest shirt
Buddha,
that I
Buddha,
have.
Buddha,
I've
Buddha.
had this since I was in
Why you
fifth grade.
eat so
Everybody
much
told me that.
noodles? What's a Buddhist thing to eat?
Rice.
Rice?
Yeah, spoiled pork is actually how
Buddha,
died.
Buddha, 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 Buddha. 200% Buddha.
I know.
Anyways.
But yeah, theology wise, like, because I was raised Catholic, but then like my sister was like, "That's not punk," and like, no, I mean my sister, she taught me to think like against the crowd. I'm very thankful for her, else I would have turned out to be a horribly basic, boring person. She introduced me to anime in 3rd grade, and that changed my
That
life.
is hardcore.
Yeah, that
3rd
fucking-
grade
That's
anime?
punk.
Yeah, that fucking changed
Punk
my life.
AF.
And also my parents, they're like, I think it's called a la carte. A la carte. Do you say a la carte? Or
A la carte. It's a la carte.
Okay,
The E is silent. It's like French,
I hate French.
which means all of the letters are silent.
Okay, so they were Catholics, and do you see what I did there? Because he said all the letters are silent. So I didn't say. Okay, so yeah,
I don't.
so they only went to church like on Easter.
No, explain the
Okay.
joke, Carolyn.
Okay, because you said all the letters are silent.
So you just didn't. Oh, I
Yeah.
gotcha.
He
yeah.
got it, Aidan.
It took me way too long though.
Okay, because then I was like, okay, so they're Catholics, because like that's where I would have said it.
A la carte. It was a hard joke to get because at no point did you say a la carte Catholics, which meant we didn't know that was coming.
Okay,
You know.
but yeah, so they only went to church on like Easter and Christmas, and they're like,
No, that's just basic bitch Catholic.
yeah, yeah, and they're
Catholicism.
like, ooh, you should be good. Jesus is watching.
Also,
Hey,
I mean-
by the way, black people suck. Is basically what they were trying to teach me as a kid. But like in 6th grade, I was like, wait, like I should try to be Catholic. Like I should try to understand. So I tried to read the Bible, and I was like, man, this is really
Why
fucking.
are you like that in 6th grade? In 6th grade, I was like, my life
You-
is a mess.
Mhm.
I'm gonna kill myself.
I mean,
Not
I was
like,
like that
I
in
should
6th
re-
grade
I
too.
should-
but
I was like
also
that
a
since I was
Buddhist.
5. So
But like, were you like, I should read the Bible and like be more like my parents, or are you like,
No,
I'm more concerned with the fact that I'm gonna kill myself.
in 6th grade. What was I into in 6th grade?
Killing yourself?
I was pretty into John Green.
I mean, that's kind of like killing yourself.
yeah.
Killing yourself slowly.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then I was like, man, the Bible fucking sucks. And eventually I was like, I can't do it. Like, because I was like, if I'm going to be Catholic, I should understand the
Yeah.
text.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Well, because like, did you probably believed in like heaven and hell?
yeah, see, that was what I was trying to understand, really. Because like I said in a previous show, like one of my biggest fears is like what happens after we die. And
Is
so,
that still a fear of you?
that's honestly is, yeah.
Wow.
Why didn't you
Yeah.
talk about that? You're talking about how like as a child you were afraid of trees or whatever.
I didn't say that. But
I mean,
yeah.
something.
But yeah, that is a big fear of mine, actually.
Mm.
And like I try to play it off as like, oh yeah, we're going to be nothing. But like deep down, I feel like it's hard for me to still believe that. And it's not so much that I believe in like heaven or hell, like in the Catholic sense, but like it's something that I'm scared of.
Fun fact: people who threaten Jews with going to hell if they don't convert are doing nothing because Jewish people do not believe in hell.
Yeah, or like
so
heaven.
it's like throwing water at a baby that's out of reach of the water you're trying to throw. Also, the baby doesn't believe in water, therefore it doesn't
It's
exist.
a dumb baby.
It's also a fish, So any attempt to throw water does nothing.
So you're
anyway.
saying that Jews are just surrounded by hell all of the time.
But they
So
don't believe in
really-
it because that's just their existence.
Yeah.
Have you heard? Okay, look
David
at
Foster
history.
Wallace,
look
this
at
is water.
Look at
He's
history.
really talking about Jews.
Look at history. Jews are like the most persecuted fucking group of all time. Like they are kicked
Yeah.
out of everywhere they go.
Western history. I don't know anything about like.
They only exist in Western history.
Yeah.
They're in Western
But
culture.
if you said all of history.
Basically, yeah. Because in Asia, people were just like, I mean, probably based
See,
on what
you
I've
said-
heard,
you said
they would have
probably. So
just
you
been
don't
like,
know.
like
You don't
killed
know.
off
Okay, as resident half Asian,
instead of
Hindu, like people in India were mostly assimilated. Like Hindus just tried to like steal every culture and make it a part of their culture.
no,
Yeah, that happened.
no. Here's the thing. Hinduism was not a religion until the British colonized India and were like, all right, all y'all bitches are the same thing. So it was a bunch of like small religions, which is why it's so inclusive
Well,
of
like
everything. is
different
because,
variations. Kind
Yeah,
of.
there's billions of variations.
Yeah, but what you just said was not true.
Yes, it is.
Okay, as a person who really loves Indian history and like
As a
studies.
person
As someone
who
who is
read
half
this.
Indian, I'm inclined to trust Aidan's
All right,
words.
well, let's hear what you have to
more.
say.
All right, check it out. Hinduism existed before. The reason there's so many variations is that like the establishment of Hinduism purposefully, and this was very effective for them. Of course, like India, so India's only, or all of South Asia's actually, has only been united twice under Indian rule. It's under the Gupta Empire and the Maurya Empire. So under the Gupta Empire, like Hinduism was like sort of instated as like a way to like justify the caste system, to justify like the infrastructure of this like empire that they had. And different cultures like obviously would have, because like India was so big, different cultures would have like different stories, different like religious backgrounds. But like Hinduism would be like, all right, like that's actually a part of Hinduism. Like this person that you worship is a saint. They're like a reincarnation of Vishnu of some kind. And that's all true in Hinduism, but it's all a part of Hinduism. So like, even if you are a Jain, even if you are a Buddhist, you're really just a Hindu. And that's how they justified.
That's interesting, but I don't remember what we were talking about before.
Yeah, that looks from Wikipedia. I will admit, I will admit that I'm wrong.
Cool.
This time.
And
no.
for that, Greg's going to have to wear the shame hat. For the
No,
rest of
not the
show.
shame
There it
hat.
is.
Oh, it has so many bells with mutes on them.
For those of you listening at home, it's really embarrassing.
What do you believe in, Greg?
Wait, I never finished talking about what I believe in.
Pastafarianism?
Okay.
Wow.
So like so like for a while like I kind of believe like like agnostic, where like there is something out there but like we can't ever like prove it or really know.
Agnosticism is just I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Deist agnostic.
Hard agnostic theism is what I would classify myself as.
Agnostic.
Yeah, because hard means that you can never know. Like, there's no way to prove. Agnostic means I don't know. And hard agnosticism means you can never prove it or disprove. And theism means that you still believe that there's something out there. So that's why I identify myself as, because, like, I think that there is still kind of, like, something underlying that, like, makes sense of. No, I don't want to say makes sense, but kind of, like, you know, the Force?
Yeah.
That's like kind of what I believe in, kind of like that
Right.
there is something that kind of links us all.
Gluons. Made a noise and then added ons and it's a particle. It probably is.
Midichlorians.
So like chi of sorts.
Yeah,
Like
kind
a
of.
life force.
Yeah.
Are you trying to convert her
But like,
Buddhism?
To Buddhism so that she can become an atheist 6 years after.
Yeah. You're just trying to ruin her life like you ruined yours.
Yup.
damn.
With
Damn.
those damn foreign religions.
But yeah,
You're not
but
racist,
lately I
people.
haven't like been thinking about it as much or like necessarily believing
Which
in
is
it as much.
kind of ironic. Maybe not. I don't know. Considering we're at like a Catholic university,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
surrounded by
And you're
religion.
being forced to take theology, I'm assuming.
Yeah. So I in a way, I'm becoming like more atheist, which is a little sad.
Why?
It's not fun just thinking that there's like nothing out
I mean,
there.
I'm still agnostic, you know, because we don't know what happened. You know, the Big Bang is still a theory. You know, it's
Yeah.
hardly even a scientific theory. But like, you know, like we did the math and physics doesn't work. You know, like physics, time and space break down the closer you get to the Big Bang. If everything were to work out, you know, and it is to the Big Bang. So you know, it's all entirely speculation how shit got here. And if you think about it, it's literally infinitely easier for things not to exist than for things to exist.
That's true.
But things exist, and that's crazy, and that scares me sometimes. So, you know, I just like, you know, I was an atheist because I just like didn't want to be labeled as an agnostic because I don't want people to think that I can't make up my mind. But it's just we don't know. I don't think we can know. No, I don't. We don't know. We don't know. We don't know.
Carolyn?
Stephen Colbert's book, there was a part about like religions. It was going through each religion. It was like, oh, Christian, that's the only right one. And they had like this whole entire like 3 pages on like how atheism is evil and immoral and stuff. And like there were pictures next to each one. There were like the symbols for each religion and stuff. So there's cross or Christianity and
What
stuff.
was atheism?
It was like the atheist symbol. There's an actual symbol.
Is it like an upside down cross with like a thumb?
Probably. I already remember. But
15 thumbs?
But then so after like 3 pages of like shade on atheism was just like one line for agnosticism, and the picture was a waffle, and it was just atheist without balls as the description.
Yeah.
So I was kind of like freaked out to like define myself as.
In the beginning of the book Life of Pi, it talks a
that
lot
book.
about like, you know, like the main character is like, yeah, I'm not a huge fan of agnostics because they just can't fucking make up their
Yeah.
mind. And so that's when I was like, oh,
Yeah,
It's a great book.
it
it is. It's very
I wrote
good.
an essay on it last year.
I want to see
Ask me about it.
a movie adaptation that's like accurate to the book.
I was
word for
hoping you
word,
would just
know?
say a movie adaptation.
I mean, basically, yeah.
and then we would
Well,
have
because
to,
like, you know, it's so hard to adapt a book,
That
but there's
book
some things.
especially, though.
Yeah, but there, you know,
there
and
was an island of meerkats.
there was an island of like
And there
human
were
teeth.
There were teeth
Is
in
that
the trees.
is that like real?
That
Like, is that
blew
a
my
fever dream? I
mind.
don't understand. Like that's what I'm so confused about. It's just, there's like a floating island that doesn't
And
exist.
the island was
and the
made of
roots-
acid.
Here's the thing. So, like,
It's-
in the
it's like-
book, it was really confusing. In the movie, what they tried to do.
Actually, I
was
haven't
they
seen the
zoomed
movie.
out.
Is that
Here's what they did in the movie. So, you remember in the book, it was a movie made out of like it was like
Island?
seaweed.
It was
It
an
was- it was
island of
big-
seaweed.
yeah,
but
it was an island of
Really,
seaweed.
like substantial.
And then remember, and he was like, "Oh, great! I'm finally like, starting to become like alive again. Like I'm starting to eat. I like have like nourishment." And then he finds the tooth that's like rooted in the moss, and he's like,
it was
"Oh,
in the
fuck."
moss. It was in fruit.
yeah? It was in
Yeah,
fruit-
whatever.
fruit.
And he's like, "Oh shit, I need to leave."
God, that fucked me up.
Here, okay.
He found like
This is the scariest fucking
like
thing. So you know how
32
like
human teeth.
everything in that book is like it's a it's like basically a delusion.
oh shit, what's that a
of-
metaphor for?
Yeah, I'm about to get to. So
Oh.
everything in the book is a spoiler for anyone who's hasn't read Life of Pi. Tune out. So everything is illusion.
I mean,
so like the
it's alluded to that it didn't actually happen.
yeah. So
It's up to your interpretation.
there's a theory that that island is his mom's body, and he converted to cannibalism to like feed himself to like regain life.
Well, I
that's-
mean, the theory is that, you know, the tiger ate all the other animals because all the other animals, you know, he killed all the other people and he ate them.
Yeah, and in the other version of the
I think-
story, it was like the cook or whatever.
Well, the cook,
He was the tiger in the.
he was the
Yeah,
tiger.
he was
yeah.
the tiger.
Yeah.
Well, so
But-
in
but I
his
think-
story, the cook killed his mom,
Mm-hmm.
and then the Asian guy, and then he killed the cook.
Wait, was his mom on the boat like in the beginning, or like
Yeah.
is it
His mom was the
speculated?
orangutan, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
So
interesting.
they were on the raft.
yeah.
Um,
That's interesting.
so like I think the idea is that like the cook like started to eat his mom, and then he abstained from doing that. But then like when he was like really starting
was
to
the cook
die,
like a hyena or like a wolf or something?
hyena, yeah.
Hyena.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So then when he really started to die, that was him eating his mom.
Oh shit. Because I was thinking like
But in the movie, so here's the thing: in the movie, they show the island, and then I don't know if it's it's probably when he leaves the island. They show a zoom out of the island, and the island is basically just a green outline of his mom.
I'm so fucked up right now.
I kind of want to see a movie adaptation of like what actually happened, just like straight up like murder and cannibalism, and just like someone, yeah, it's like absolutely crazy. I also think that like when you're saying that like as a metaphor, there's gonna end up being like he like threw up human teeth or something, you know, like so like he saw that, and that's why it's like acid, you know, it's like. Shit, like it's like burning, you know, and he, like because you know he's eating human flesh, and so his body is like, no, stop doing this. This is not a good thing, and like it throws it up, and then like he's like, oh, human teeth, I shouldn't be here, and then you know he goes back to the boat, because there's no way that island is real,
Right?
But I couldn't fully conceptualize it because it was just so crazy.
God, I need to.
I just
reread that.
like that's the
It's
only
so
reason why I
good.
wanted there to be like a movie adaptation is because I wanted to see the island. I want to see like what it looks like in the mind
Did
of
they
the
even
author.
have meerkats on the island
Yeah.
in the movie?
I never watched.
So what were the meerkats?
That's
did,
what I
did
was.
his mom
I was
have crabs?
okay. Greg, you ruined my jokes. I was going to sit here and just go, but what do the meerkats mean? But then
What
you
do
just
they mean?
yeah. What the fuck do they mean? And they climb into the tree at night and they like snuggle him. But then like, weren't they like cannibalistic too? Or something? There was something weird about the meerkats.
One thing about the meerkats is when the tiger started like attacking a bunch of them, they didn't like
Oh, yeah.
react at all.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
fuck.
just like stayed there.
I was in eighth grade.
Because
No, I was-
because that's the spirit of his mom, and his mom's like, you can eat me, I don't care, because I'm going, you know, like you're my son.
well, I'm assuming she was dead.
Yeah. I just ripped that out of my ass right now, so don't actually. take
That whole story, it's like, I don't know.
It's jarring.
I feel like I want to like sit down with the author and have him like walk me through everything just so I can get exactly what's going through his mind. And you know, he reads me the story the way it's meant to be read, you know, and then we get to talk about it afterwards. And I'm like, the fuck was that? And he's like, all right, Indian boy kills a guy, eats his mama, wakes up in Mexico, goes to Canada, doesn't actually exist.
Great book.
I'm so fucked up
It's
right now.
really good.
Like thinking about that island, like the whole entire book was great, but that
We're talking about books.
fuck you, Connor.
Great group mind.
but like that whole entire book is great. But like what stands out and what gives me like the most visceral feeling is thinking about that island.
Yeah. That's like it's described, I think, purposefully vaguely. Like it gives enough detail in the places where you don't like need detail to fully understand. You know, that it's like you don't understand what's going on. It's kind of like when you're in a dream, you only know like exactly like what's happening around you. Was that a picture from? Okay, I thought it was a picture from
Do you guys want to play a song? Because
Yeah.
I really need to pee.
Zoolander. I don't know.
I'll play something.
Escape from what's the fucking movie with the escape from Return Zoo York? The one that Zoo York ripped off. It was about a lion and a giraffe, and the zebra was played by Chris Rock.
I know what you're talking about.
What is it called? What is
Aidan has left.
Madagascar? All right,
Did you hear him just say Madagascar?
it's Madagascar. All right, let's.
All right, let's play some tunes.
Do you have a song you want to play?
Do you have a song you want to play?
Something by Run the Jewel.
Run the Jewel.
Yeah. Hold on.
Specific song by Run the Jewel.
I don't remember what it's called, but play something off their Meow the Jewel album.
Okay.
The fourth song.
Okay, 1 second.
Yeah, try the fourth song.
Close your eyes and meow.
Hold on, let me see if I remember any of the names. Yeah, I think they're all really
All right,
good.
this is
They're all
Close
really
Your
good.
Eyes and Meow by Run the Jewels.
Run them jewels fast, run them jewels fast, run them fucking slow-mo.
Hey. Fashion slave, you protested to get in a fucking lookbook. Everything I scribbles like the anarchist cookbook.
Look good, posing in the center for the cookbook.
Black on black with the ski mask, that is my crook look. How you like my styling, bruh? Ain't nobody smiling, bruh. About to turn this motherfucker up like Rikers Island, bruh. My thuggers and my cripples and my blooders and my brothers. When you niggas gon' unite and kill the police, motherfuckers.
take over a jail. Get them CO's hell. The burning of that sofa, goddamn, I love the smell. Blankets and pillow torching. Where the fuck the warden? And when you find them, we don't kill them, we just water boredom. We killing them for freedom, cause they tortured us for boredom. And even if some good ones die, fuck it, the Lord will sort them.
We out of order, your honor, you out of order. This whole court is unimportant, you fuckers are walking corpses. I'm a flip wig synonym, living within distortion. I bite into a cyanide molar before you whores win. I'm a New Yorkie and I'm fucked for the jump. I wear my Yankees so tilted, I actually walk with a hunch. Look at Mikey, I think he likey, we are sinister sons.
Hey, we the type to preach it with a grin and a grin. Come on, come on.
Run them jewels fast, run them jewels fast, run them jewels fast, run them jewels fast, run them.
A wise man once said,
we all dead, fuck it.
just spit it disgusting youngin' and hold your nuts while you gunning. I listened tatted a sentence on my dick last summer. Now I'll never get that phrase off my brain, it's no wonder. I'm here to buy hearts, I got hundreds. Honey, the cheaper the parts, the better buy for the money. I'm training vagina whispering, glistening, waiting for the christening. I know the neighbors can't help but listening. A dirty boy who come down on the side of dissonance. I can't even relax without sirens off in the distance. Not shitting you, little buddy. This fucking island's a prison. The only solace I have is the act of conjugal visiting.
My solitary conditions preventing conjugal visits. Domain and missing my misses. They keeping me from my chilling conditions. Create a villain. The villain is given vision. The vision becomes a vow to seek vengeance on all the vicious liars and politicians. Profiteers of the prisons. The forehead engravers, enslavers of men and women, including members of clergy that rule on you through religion.
So strip your kids to the nude and then tell them God to forgive them.
Run them jewels fast, run them jewels fast, run them jewels fast, run them jewels fast, run them. It's Taylor on the cut, lifting 6 on your snitching crew. I'm miles ahead of you. You can sip my bitches brew. My battle status is burning mansions from Dallas to Malibu. Check my resume, your residence is residue. The skin job and my honey dip will backflip for you. You playing God, your eye socket, she gon' rip it too. We sick of bleeding out a tray, spraying victim you. Done dying, fill up 8K dicking you. With clips in the bottom, we dipping through Gotham. Yes, eclipsed by the shadows, a dark dance to the coffin. I'm a fellow with melanin, suspect of a felony. Rip like rock in my law, feds is checking my melody. Yes, aggressively tested with bumps, stretches and penalties. Cases we're facing a cop, please when we season a pump. With reason to dump on you global grand dragons. Still piling fast bucks, Afghani toe tagging. Now they tracking me, yeah, we busting back. See, the only thing that closed quicker than our caskets be the factory. Run them jewels fast, run them jewels fast, run them jewels fast, run them jewels fast, run them fuck the slow-mo.
And we're back.
Hey.
My friend suggested, I don't know if we said this on air, but my friend suggested I listen to Run the Jewels along with some other groups, and I never got around to it. And finally, like, friggin' 6 months later, I listened to it, and I am so blown away by how well produced it is. I feel really bad for not listening to them sooner.
Let's just listen to them now.
So just, like, check them out.
Well, no, let's listen to the song.
What?
Let's listen to the song right now.
We just listened to the song.
I'm fine with that.
No, we're not going to play the same song again.
All right.
And we're not going to let you listen to the song and then just hear your reactions of,
But
oh,
I was peeing.
wow. Nobody
You heard
cares.
plenty of the
you said, play a song because I have to pee. Like, you didn't want to hear the song. Little do you know, it's one of the greatest songs I've ever heard.
All right.
So get the fuck out.
We didn't really think of things to talk about during the break because Aidan was just like,
He was so busy
I was
peeing.
gone.
yeah.
All right, do we have any tweets? No, we don't. Why don't we have any tweets, people?
Yeah, guys.
All
first of
one
all, email
you.
us. But second of all, why don't you tweet at us more?
Because I haven't been begging my friends to listen, and Connor doesn't have his whole entire posse listening.
My friends should be listening. I never actually.
So this
ended
is
up
kind of a
texting him.
throwaway episode. Is what you're
Not at all. I feel like we accomplished a
No,
lot
because
in
the
this
whole point is that no one listens to the radio. It's the podcast that gets the bitches.
podcast
Bitches
killed
love
the radio star.
bitches love podcasts.
there.
I have that tattooed above my butthole.
That would be an interesting.
This podcast has got me laid so many times.
That would be an interesting thing. That would be an interesting topic. Is podcasts.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say
I
a
don't
movie
listen.
idea, like people who like start a podcast and they just
And they
start getting,
blow up.
They become like superstars. You know,
It's like podcast
like-
mania. Like
it's full of like slow motion shots of them just walking, and, like people like throwing
and
money.
it tears them apart.
I'm
Like
gonna
there's
be-
a shot of them
Absolutely.
like setting
Oh,
up
God,
the,
no, it's a
the
super,
microphones.
It's a dramedy,
Dramedy,
yeah. Oh fuck, that'd be like a really good, because it's one of those things where it's like it's just a movie with like a specific theme, but like if it's done well,
Yeah, yeah.
with some of the people, at least one of the people from It's Always Sunny, I think
Charlie Day.
maybe, yeah.
He's my husband.
Just like
He's my
'cause I
boo.
feel like they have like a good comedy style,
Yeah.
for something like this. I don't know, write that shit, man.
I'm
I
going to
will.
be completely honest. I'm a little tired right now. So when he said, "Oh yeah," and they blow up, I literally thought you were.
Oh no, that's so sad.
And I was like, interesting. But I'd watch that, especially if it's like a 10-minute film.
No, I'd be
Fine.
like, I have to be like feature length. Maybe not though. I don't know. It honestly
I
depends.
would want it to be feature length because
Yeah.
like I really
Like-
just wanted to hit the beats of like this is them before
It need
they're
to
just
be.
they're just fooling around
They're just, like,
on their
just
on their
dudes.
podcast. They're just
But
dudes,
then-
and they love podcasts. They're listening to the radio, and then they're like, "Hey, I got another podcast idea. I think this could be like the real thing, you guys." And then they just take off, and then you see them touring, getting just so much bitches. Them like getting like weird like Russian groupies in Japan.
So many bitches. Why are they Russian in Japan?
That's how fucking continental this is, dude.
But like, I feel like it would have a somewhat similar story arc to that of Project X. It's like
I
it's
was
funny in
thinking-
the beginning and stuff, but then like the end is like kind of like sincere and serious and shit.
I was thinking
Yeah. No, of course.
similar story structure to the Greek tragedy, where there's like,
He has sex with his mom?
yeah.
I love it. Put it in.
I just thought of Dan's art and TV class when we had to develop.
Do you want to tell that story?
Okay, so Aidan and I had the misfortune of registering for art television, which was you either took art cinema or art television. There was one section for art TV, and we got that with our professor Dan Wanabe, who
Watanabe.
what no
Continue. This is not important to the story at all.
Asian.
Yeah. It is
Tell your
funny that
story.
he's Asian.
That's cool.
So he like gave us a syllabus on the first day of class, and not a single day he adhered to it at all.
Nice.
And every single one of his lectures would start one place, and then like it was actually really amazing because if you try to like piece together this lecture, it made absolutely no
Yeah,
sense.
there's no running theme at all.
And no, there was a running theme, and it was
Donald
how he
Trump
worked on
speech.
Baywatch because he did that.
He ripped off Baywatch, or they ripped off Baywatch?
He worked,
worked
on.
on Baywatch.
Sorry. Yeah.
None of those things.
And one class, he's like, "All right, we're going to pretend that we're." Or he had like a bunch of people who were in the film industry, which is
Oh, no.
I learned here in LA is a very loose term.
yeah, everyone.
It's
works
about
in-
as loose as
Your mom's vagina.
my mom's vagina. Is what I was going to say.
So it's just like a bunch of like old white people who were just like, "Oh, I was the
Don
second.
Schrader.
I was the second AD."
in this film you've never heard of.
Yeah,
This film
and
never got past production.
but we had to sit and pretend that we were like developing a TV show, and they like gave us like 3 words on the whiteboard, and we're like, "All right, let's run with this." And the words were like squirrel, like trench coat. I don't know. They started coming up with a story about like a squirrel that you pass on through relationships, kind of like an STD,
Yeah.
really.
That's nice.
But then at one point, our professor's like, "All right, how are we going to make this squirrel like memorable? Like, is it a giant squirrel? Is it made up of a lot of like little squirrels?"
It wasn't like he didn't say that.
Okay,
or-
you take the story from here.
Actually, wait, no, you're right. You got it correct. me.
Okay. And so the whole entire class is trying to come up with like the squirrel, like, oh, like, does it talk? What does it do? And then Dan has this eureka moment where he's like, the squirrel's invisible.
And here's the thing. Here's how he said that too. Dan has this way of presenting things where he has this level of gravitas where it's like, this is the right answer. this is what you guys have been looking for. So like he said that, he pointed, and then he had this smug look on his face like, I know, did I just blow your mind? Like I know I just like dropped some major like truth perfect like film industry master shit on you, like,
And no one said anything, and we just moved on 10 seconds later.
but I was laughing so hard because it took a second to hit me too. Like just it was such an out of body experience of him just saying it's an invisible squirrel, smug look, and then like the other people just like not acknowledging it. No one in the class, because everyone in the class just wants to fucking die, leave the class.
Every
no one's
single
paying
day of the
attention.
class.
Everyone's on the computer.
Oh my god.
Aiden actually left the class
I
for
had
a
to
solid
leave
10
the
minutes because he
class.
was laughing so hard he started crying. Almost. Were you crying?
I was tearing up
Yeah.
probably for sure. Yeah, and I remember someone else like came out
Of the
too.
closet.
I think it was Chicken. And he wasn't laughing. I think he really just needed to go to the bathroom. But like he saw me and like I was just so breaking down. I think it was probably like Chicken's conversation that like got me back like grounded to reality. Because then like we just like talked about improv for a little bit, and I was like, okay,
Does he improv?
real life. Yeah,
That's
he does.
cool.
Or he used to at least. He was at the audition, remember?
No. I don't remember like anyone except for this one black guy because I met him like the night before at the week before at like the college team show. Anyways, yeah, no, I mean you were there
At the college team show? Or at the college team audition?
at the because I met him at the because the auditions were on X day, the most recent Thursday before that.
This is really important, Carolyn.
I was at
really
a
wanna know
college
about
team
this.
show, and he was there, and his friend was there, and he was just like, "Hey, man, how's it going?" And he like approached me, like you know, like we were good friends, you know, and so like my mind just like kicked into improv mode, and I was like, "I'm good."
So
That's the
he
best thing
auditioned for
Yes.
college team.
Yes.
And
But I was like, why do I need to lie to him about how I'm doing? Like, I'm actually doing good.
Wait, so he auditioned for college
Yes,
team?
he auditioned.
He was black?
Yeah.
Was it Sky? There was only one black dude that auditioned.
I think his name was Sky. Yeah.
Sky goes to LMU?
No. That's not
Oh.
what I was saying. I was saying he's like the only person that I remember now
No,
who's at the audition.
not the college team audition.
College team?
The one for LSB.
No.
Where
Wait,
did you meet
I'm
this
talking
black dude?
At the college team. At the
Comedy Sports
Comedy
College
Sports
team.
College team.
Okay,
Yes.
no, I'm talking about
Oh.
Laser Squad Bravo.
Oh, okay. No.
put your dad on speaker and hold it to the mic. Just kidding. You don't have to do that.
I texted him what's up with the automatic thing that says what's up. I don't say what's up. So I'm really hoping he's not like, I'm out of stuff, please come. 'Cause we have a good 3 minutes left.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh, wow.
no, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't remember anyone. I remember one person, and his name was Connor, and he was the other Connor, and he was really good. I mean,
Unlike
our
our
Connor was really
Connor.
good. Our Connor was really good. But they both got callbacks.
All right.
But-
Connor Franklin Ray only got the call back because he.
I only got the callback because Anyway,
Aiden, do you want to explain the joke for those of?
I made a sound specifically so that people would know it. Remember
Yeah.
that time when I didn't make a sound because I didn't want people to know it?
I don't know, because you could take that sound to mean like a lot of different things.
Yeah,
without
he was
the
pretending to
visual.
choke on a pretzel. A large pretzel, like one of those that you would get at the airport.
Like a cock-shaped pretzel, maybe?
It could be a cock.
That's actually a cock.
But it is salty. Okay.
Aiden's getting a bunch of fist bumps for me
Yeah.
tonight. He's on fire.
Thank
I
you.
think Connor's bringing you down, and that's
He
what-
really
Yeah,
is.
that's why East Mike is
The
so
bane
shitty.
of East
usually.
Mike.
Yeah. But I think we should probably wrap up our show
All right.
since
Should we do an outro song?
Yeah, let's do an outro song and then talk
okay.
afterwards.
Just play it. Yo.
Okay. So this is our outro song. It's called Outro
Jazz.
Song.
Drink more water. Or you might die. 7-9 King Drive, you can picture me rolling. Been in corners, we was headed to the roster. Nigga been blessed, but a nigga been sick and a nigga been stressed. So fuck it, I'm a doctor, self-medicated. Ginger ale and the champagne flutes, and I ain't celebrating. Cooking up crack, representations, everything. Till I'm wait till I played it. Patience, I'm faded. Like outdated denim. Hearing it like this, about as rare as cicadas. The boy got some Miles Davis in him, talking all that jazz. Telling all that truth, nigga, talk your shit. Better watch your mouth, better watch your back. Better choose the right way on some forking the road shit. And of course, the path less traveled. Fuck, I look like following your footsteps. Don't fumble, cause this ain't Sunday football. I ain't at home with a footrest. In fact, I'm in front of the back of your head, but I'm coming from behind. Better look left, like where the fuck is he? You got time on your head, boy. You got time on your head like you wearing buck 50. Do it so clean, but it's still so filthy. Fuck with, cause you already know you fuck niggas really can't talking all that jazz. Talking all that jazz, telling all that truth. Nigga, talk your shit, nigga, talk your shit. Talking all that jazz. Talking all that jazz, telling all that truth. Nigga, talk your shit, nigga, talk your shit. Talking all that jazz. Talking all that jazz, telling all that truth. Nigga, talk your shit, nigga, talk your shit. Talking all that jazz might get you pop, but I ain't gon' stop, don't ASK. I tell him in a white drop top with a smile on my face and a hand in the air like JFK. Wait, all in your steam. Better known as a hot box. Crack rocks in the square, better known as a block impaired. Trying to move, that's hopscotch. Unfair, one leg is a hell of a cock block. My nigga, what an anomaly. My nigga, look at the world, my nigga, what a monopoly. Drop tops in the hood and they sitting on 22s. Nigga still on section 8 though. Tricking on the low for a hoe nigga. Mom at the crib trying to stretch a couple pesos. Couldn't paint a pretty picture with the tears and the makeup. Better get makeovers. Help niggas make money, but I'ma always talk that James Moody. Most rappers these days just actors, and I can't keep watching the same movie. These niggas keep sharing the same models, and these models act like they ain't groupies. I ain't stupid. Talking Duke, Ellington, Cal Basie, Monk, and Dave Brubeck. I ain't stupid. Talking too eloquent, I ain't studied, my nigga, I ain't Ruben. Ginger ale for the hoes and the champagne flutes. Tell one of them come pour me a glass. She don't act up, she can get this truth. Tell her ass read that while I roll this joint. Nigga tryna relapse, this shit don't stop. I ain't tryna relapse to that whack bullshit. Niggas better eat that when I drop, cause I swear that this black man ain't talking all that jazz. Talking all that jazz, telling all that truth. Nigga talk your shit, nigga talk your shit. Talking all that jazz. Talking all that jazz, telling all that truth. Nigga talk your shit, nigga talk your shit. Talking all that jazz. Talking all that jazz, telling all that truth. Nigga talk your shit, nigga talk your shit. Talking all that jazz might get you pop, but I ain't gon' stop, don't ASK. I tell him in a white drop top with a smile on my face and a hand in the air like JFK. Jazz. That Coltrane, that Charlie Parker, that Charles Mingus, Frank Sinatra. Talking all that jazz. Talking all that jazz.
Hey!
I did that poorly, but
So, what have we learned today, guys?
that the island is supposed to be his mom? What?
Have you seen the movie Teeth? About a vagina with teeth?
Oh yeah,
Maybe
I heard
those
of it. It's
were
on
the
Netflix.
teeth.
So he was fucking his mom.
No,
dude?
he was eating her vagina, but not like eating her out, but like literally eating, and there were teeth because she was the woman
No.
from the movie Teeth.
That was
Thank
our
you
show tonight.
for enjoying us on Friday night Bible studies.
It is now Saturday morning Bible studies.
Saturday morning Bible studies,
What you do by yourself.
and you pay for it by the
It's
hour.
self-guided.
It is $120 an hour.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Stay safe.
We go a little something like this. Hit it. Oh yeah. You know what? Lottie dottie. Lottie dottie. Lottie. Lottie. You know what? Yo, peep this, lottie-dottie. We like to party. We don't cause trouble. We don't bother nobody. We're just some men that's on the mic. And when we rock up on the mic, we rock the mic. Right? For all of y'all, keeping y'all in health. Just to see you smile and enjoy yourself. Cause it's cool when you cause a cozy condition and that we create. Cause that's our mission. So listen to what we say. Because this type of shit, it happens every day. I woke up around 10 o'clock in the morning. I gave myself a stretcher, a morning yawning. Went to the bathroom to wash up. Had some soap on my face and my hand upon a cup. I said, mirror, mirror on the wall. Who is the top choice of them all? There was a rumble dumble. 5 minutes it lasted. The mirror said,
"You are, you conceited bastard."
But that's true. That's why we never have no beef. So then I washed off the soap and brushed the gold teeth. Used to have Olay cause my skin gets pale. And then I got the files for my fingernails. Due to the night and on my behalf, I put the bubbles in the